You, on the other hand, can have all the flexibility in the world to go for these crazy ultimates that can really just stomp on the enemy team.
Where is the Grok pick right now? You know, we're seeing this, how much influence we have with Grok first 2 games. Is this going to be a Grok pick? I'm putting my eyes on the pick. Come, we have 2 more seconds. Oh, it's an Akai!
Wow.
That's a jungle Akai if I've ever seen one.
You know, Akai can actually flex to be a support as well.
I agree.
The meta is all about flex picks, right? What's available. Even Valentina can jungle and Akai can support. So there are so many different options you can play this game now. That's why the coaching system is so important in the meta.
You're right. Game 1, Carl TZ brought out the jungle Grok, and who's to say that he hasn't picked up a page out of his grand finals rival Wise, you know? Maybe he will start rocking the jungle Valentina, but going into the second phase, there goes Echo taking away the potential for Panda to play the Harith. What's Hawk trying to lock out? It's so hard to read what Hawk might ban out because, again, Echo, they're flexing.
They are. They are absolutely flexing right now. They haven't picked up a gold laner, yet they're going for the gold lane bans. They are really nailing it down now. 1-1, carry, Clint. I mean, wait, no. That's a Harith and then the Ling, right? I thought it was going to be Clint. The Clint ban coming in for Echo, but they need to leave a few heroes open for themselves too, right? And I guess that's what they're doing. They have the first pick in the second phase. By banning out the Harith, the carry, and the 1-1, it does give them another opportunity to really lock Panda down in the draft. Force him maybe to play another Moskov.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, now if you look at the entire comp for Team Echo here, they're diving Moskov is going to be okay, but at the same time, it's a similar story to a carry, right? If you fail the first dive, Moskov can easily push your way, dash to a safer position, and just go to town with Inspire. So, I mean, this is definitely viable, but at the same time, there are also options that's available, kind of like, you know, you might run Kadita support and play Faramis in the mid lane for the entire side of Hack.
That is a hero that is oddly absent, at least for today's matchups, right? Faramis, very mum. Echo on the swing back picks up old reliable despite having,
Beatrix?
I mean, it's safe to say a bad group stage performance, right?
Abysmal win rate for Beatrix. And the Claude too. You know, we might see that happen. Claude and Beatrix. Looking at the composition that Team Hawk have drafted for themselves, the Claude can't work. It has a lot of synergy just diving in together. But then you need to think about also, what are they going to go for the mid lane, right? Have we already seen the mid lane? Is it the Kadita or is it perhaps the Joy? Or is it the jungle pick? Now it comes down to just that, how Team Hawk are going to use these flexible picks in the Kadita and the Joy.
Are they going to pick up an Atlas? Because they need an engage right here, right?
I think Brody.
Yeah, or yes, you know, another marksman like Brody would be really good because strong early game to really take away a lot of Bendy's early game power. And now here we go, the last 2 picks.
They go for Claude.
And Hilda.
Looking at this lineup, you can see that it's in their essence that they're trying to stop the whole Valentina dynamic, right? Like Blazing Duet, nah. Power of Wildness, nah, right? Bravest Fighter, Rhythm Beat, you feel bad if you stole those as a Valentina, but now in execution, will it be the same way? In practice, can they make the most of that? Echo has one more pick to go with. What else is missing? Because again, the whole flex thing, it's even getting me confused.
At this point, just put the Akai in the jungle, right? Just pick up a solid roamer for yourself right now. No Grok, no Kufra, no Cho. There's a lot of crazy bans here already. Hey, Natalia's up for grabs and Yaoi wants to play it. And also, fun fact, Beatrix's total assists in career has reached 5,800.
As a hero.
As a hero.
In pro play.
Wow.
5,800. Is that the right number, 5,800?
Yeah.
All right, that's a lot of Beatrix games.
That is a lot of Patriots games. But Natalia as a pick definitely was not something that I expected coming out today from Team Echo. But it makes a lot of sense, right? Because, okay, if your hero is going to give our jungler a hard time, why don't I do the exact same? You know, by picking on Natalia and getting vision and just completely mess around in your jungle.
Yeah, the only real nombo I'm seeing from Echo is they picked the Natalia into the Hilda, who can play, in this case, woman-to-woman defense. Right?
The power of wildness, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
You just check in where Yaoi could be. So it's now, again, reverse psychology. I know where you are. Are you going to do what I expect you to do? Because if not, then that's a huge cross-map game of tag.
Well, let's see the execution of both of these drafts once again. Match point for Echo. Team Hawk, they need to pull out all the cards they have. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 of this best of 5.
Wait, this is a lane swap? This is a lane swap. I see Claude on the top lane. And meanwhile, their EXP laner now is going to the goal lane for Team Hawk. This is the Malaysian swap we're talking about.
TM! The Malaysia swap TM! And of course, not to say where Yaoi is, but look, he's looking for an early catch, and Min is doing just Min things. Back to regular programming.
It's also Valentina in the jungle, not the Akai Sakai mid. We saw this
Like Drian.
Like Drian on esports. They played this before. Akai mid, Valentina jungle. All right, why? Dave.
I mean, right now it's all about getting level 4, right? Who gets a level 4 before the first hurdle is going to have the upper hand. And sometimes you can see a Chao-Selena combo, just make sure more people get level 4 at the first hurdle. Akai mid can do the exact same because you can push an enemy jungler away and give your team the upper hand on getting the first hurdle.
Min may have walked into an alley he cannot get out of, or can he? Oh, of course he can.
Of course he can, man.
He did this in the group stage.
It's the Malaysian Hilda, right? They get out of any situation. Not in game 1 though, right? Again though, if you look at it, Team Hawk, Echo, this composition, Man's gonna have a lot more of a good time here in the mid lane, just clearing out waves. And Man's gonna actually get that level 4 a bit faster. Meanwhile, Lola gonna be ganked by Benny and Yaoi. I personally don't like the lane swap here.
It's not as effective as the previous lane swaps, specifically the ones we saw in the group stage, but more on that mid Akai. I like how this was both a... Oh, watch out. Oh, Loa's fine. It was more of a reparative move, if I'd say, a calibration, because look, there's not many ults that the Valentina can steal, right? So what you do with that heavy spin is you help confirm objectives. Look how deep Gary is. Oh, Sanford.
Gary needs to be very, very careful. The Petrify finds him, but Gary is going to be able to actually sidestep out of that one. Once again, jumping out. Heavy spin popped in. 2 ultimates, 3. Count call TZ. And now it's time for Team Hawk to use this resource advantage, but Yaoi is dealing so much damage onto Gary right now. Panda picks up the gold buff. Yaoi is going to be caught. Panda dealing out just a bit of damage, revealing them with a battle mirror image, and Echo are forced to back away. Panda still just trying to clear the wave.
I mean, this is the even trade on skills, but look at Team Hawk pressuring Panda's lane, making sure he gets so much farming. Here comes the dive.
They're going onto Yaoi, and it's a good targeting move by Team Hawk. First blood over to Team Hawk as Min is going to be targeted by Sanji, who rotates in, but he doesn't have the heavy spin to really punish the other members of Team Hawk.
I just gotta say this early on, right? 3 minutes in, the absence of Benny Cutie and of course Carl TZ calling the shot. Well, maybe because we also haven't seen the full potential of Yaoi. Is Echo lacking damage here?
I mean, it seems like it on the other side because Joy, really hard to kill. Kadita, really hard to catch. Hilda, how do you kill Hilda? Played by Min. It's impossible, right? I mean, yes, you're lacking damage. It's not really you're lacking damage. It's the other side are just way too tanky for you to do anything about that. Here we go.
4-man gank, 3 ultimates. Holy moly.
It's a 4-min gank.
Yeah, it's a 4-min gank. Okay. Oh, I see what you did there. And I also see what Sanford's trying to do here with the Black Dragon form. He gets the Petrify down. Man is going to be able to pop that rough waves. Gets all the HP back as Scary jumps back and forth. Looking for the Retribution as Sanford joins in with a Furious Dive. Lola going to be able to find a kill onto Carl TZ. Sanford falling 2. Team Hawk finds 2 on the board with the turtle as well. Lola flickering out. Yaoi baited in. Gary looking for the kill. Yaoi gonna be taken down. Double kill for the man, Gary.
That's a non-starter. Echo walked into a fight that they could have sworn they could win, but THQ said, Team Hawk says, no, we'll take your lunch money and we'll ask for it again tomorrow. They want so much on the map and they're not done.
They're not. This is a Malaysian style at a full display right here. Hilda trading 4 ultimates on the blue side jungle of Echo. At the same time, entire Hawk just started the turtle on command. You know, they know you don't have the ultimate, you don't have the skill necessary to contest this objective. They started it, and Echo, when they showed up, Team Hawk punished him and punished him properly. Here we go again.
Oh my god, 2 times now. There's so many ults used just to get him out of the way. He's such a nuisance in this game. And right now, I do feel like he's a bit more just reliable in this game compared to game 1, even though Echo have drafted themselves a better early game comp.
Yeah, Echo's really trying. And again, despite this Natalia not dealing too much damage, Yaoi has hit a career milestone. The Loverboy has dealt millions now in damage. But wait, even Panda, they're struggling to kill even just Panda.
All right, now I like it, right? At first, I was a bit, you know, I was doubting the lane swap because, again, Benny's going to be able to find a lot of gold early on to scale onto those item power spikes. Thing is, it's not a full lane swap that they usually do. It's just to get Panda that level advantage to then come down towards the gold lane to win out of the lane and to actually bully the Beatrix. So it's an adaptive lane swap that's really good for Team Hawk.
And also, Team Hawk's taking very, very smart and slow, right? They were on the bottom side farming the wave. He expected somebody to show up, right? Just use the Blazing Duet to get the wave, get the farm, and then dip, right? Get out of there. Here we go. The next turtle contest is live.
Sanji trying to create an opening for his team as Lola does the same, zoning Sanji away. Gary is doing a lot right now, jumps in. That's going to be Sanford with the Black Dragon form. Carl Teasy with the Bravest Fighter, and that's Carl Teasy winning on the Red Tree battle with the Petrify. Finds two members. Lola gets the stun. Man gets the rough waves down. Fans looking for more. Sanford's going to be stunned up as Yaoi jumps in onto the mid lane. Sanji flickering out, hits the wall. Gary looking for it. Finds the killing spree, and the mid lane turret falls. It's a trade, but Lola in that gold lane now is still going to be able to survive. Meanwhile, Min chasing Yaoi down will mean that Team Hawk will have all they can say on the mid lane tier 1.
That's a turtle for Echo, but they suffered so many losses. I can tell that Benny Cutie also had some hard decisions to make, and it ended up not killing or not dealing damage to anybody.
Yeah, and now look at Yaoi getting vision. It's more of a mental game right now on both sides, right? Who's going to outsmart each other? Because both sides, like, they don't have a set strategy, full-on engage. It's like one at a time. You really have to play careful. Look, Panda shoved the lane and dip, but Yaoi is on the chase.
Oh, and he finds the kill. Min tried his best to just give him vision there, but unfortunately, Echo, with that positioning, onto the flanks. They were able to catch Panda off guard.
All right, this could be, you know, 1,000 times worse for Echo, given that this is a 2K lead for Hawk, and Echo slowly putting some damage on the board, but I don't think it's enough.
Min?
Sanji.
Oh, no wall to pin Min down there.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not a starter, still.
Oh, here we go though. The damage.
They've all used it onto Min. Yaoi's chasing him down as Sanji is going to be able to actually disengage. Yaoi finds the assassination, but that's going to be Man finding the Petrify. Carl Teasy taken low. Lola jumping with Bravest Fighter, and that's going to be Man actually baited in. Benny finds the kill with the Wesker, a weapon we haven't seen in a long time. Lola getting knocked up. That's the damage coming through. Benny with the Renner is absolutely massive as that's going to be Panda terrified. Gary jumping into the back line right now. He's almost finding the kill. Benny swaps back into Wesker. Yaoi jumping into the silence on that Natalia. Not dealing enough damage to take Panda down.
Team Hawk, last game, they were rushing it a little bit, and this game, they're doing the exact same thing. They were finding the dive they should not have, and you can see Yaoi is playing the smart game, the brain game, right? She's getting the vision on the blue side jungle of Team Hawk, and once he realized where Panda was, he found a kill onto Panda, and then he flanked, found a kill onto Min. It is one at a time, very strategic move coming out from Yaoi.
I mean, say what you will about the whole roamer getting all the kills situation, but you gotta do what you gotta do to help Echo bounce back, right? And shut down who you need to shut down for Team Hawk. And they're making pushes, and look, here's a heavy spin out. Yo, Echo knows that they're still out of their breath. Hawk is gonna get this clean.
It's a good execution here in terms of how to control the neutral objective by Team Hawk, but it's also a very good response by Echo. They, like you said, they know that they cannot take this fight. They will lose straight out in the 5v5. So they instead rotate Yaoi over to pick up a trade. It's not a worth it trade, but that's what they can get right now.
But look at Benny's farm though. He's getting there, right? He's about to build a corrosion size into the golden staff. Once he gets those items, Hilda's not going to survive very quickly. He already finished the core damage items, make sure all the skill is going to do damage no matter who it comes. And now it's about shredding the tanks. But here comes the defense. I mean, this Benny, can he hold the Lord? I think it's going to be pretty easy with the SMG.
We'll see, right? With the Bennett, it's even faster. So he uses the ultimate, but Team Hawk are still going to be able to use a second wave and even just a cannon wave from the previous minion. Tier 2, #1 taken down in the top side. Mid lane going to be taken down too as the bottom lane too. This is just very good micro from Team Hawk to control this side as Man jumps in, finds the pick on the Sanford. Panda with the BMI, Gary to be pinned down, and that's going to be Sanji just wreaking havoc, but Gary does the same thing, dodging away from the CC, dealing damage while he's at it. A 1-for-1 as Sanford and Man get taken out, but it's still Team Hawk who find the base turret and find the better value.
I mean, this is very, very exciting what Team Hawk does. They know Yaoi's looking for the flank, the back line. So what did it do? The ultimate bonding experience, right? The group does make sure you can't do anything at all. At the same time, Panda's a little bit tanky, was mentioned earlier. He built a little bit of defense item to make sure he doesn't get one-shotted. As long as this guy stays alive for actual 1 second, that will help. And here comes the damage!
Whoa! What a combination! With the Redder shot and the assassination, now it's gonna be Lola who's gonna be caught. Yaoi jumps in again, and Sanford is the one who picks up the kill. On top of nothing, Echo were able to find a pick.
There's still some punishment from Echo because Team Hawk stayed a little longer than they should have. Should have been happy with that mid lane inhibitor push, with that Lord. One try, one go, success. But they stayed, and I think the vision that the lover boy, Yaoi, provided was super instrumental to get this done. Now, talking about the Echo situation, heavy spin away, I gotta say, they can't win on conventional terms. They always have to win team fights, because their lineup almost has zero wave management. Like, they have to win fights.
Oh, here, oh, man!
Oh,
I thought Beatrix's Renner was nerfed. Look at the damage he did to Man. What?
it's an 11-minute, almost 3-core item Beatrix.
True.
That's what it does.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage, right? It just feels like the old Beatrix there with the Renner shot.
Yeah, it had what now? A Roar and Blade of Despair, right?
Yes.
It's almost everything you need.
The Malefic Roar plus Blade of Despair, that's going to be a lot of damage. Plus, Man is going full damage, right? Like this guy, the good thing about it, even though he took a lot of damage, he can recover with the passive really quickly. You know, so he's back to full HP again, and this time, Hack, I think if they want to win this game, they have to just play careful. Every time they play sloppy, they get punished really heavily. And here we go, they're going for the Lord. The very, very steady gameplay coming out from Team Hack. This might just be what they needed to win the game.
Red Tree comes in. Lola jumps in with the bravest fighter now. Again, zoning Echo away, and Echo just did not have anything to respond to that Lord play. It's another Lord, but unfortunately for Team Hawk, it's not the enhanced Lord just yet.
Yep, they killed the Lord a little too quick. But then again, a free objective, we'll take it. Enhance their minions, force a push. And again, I think the reasons why they did that is because Echo, as mentioned earlier, has really bad wave clear. So force the issue. Keep going.
Look at Yaoi, just on the side. He's trying to camp, but again, the UB is too strong, right? I mean, like the ultimate bonding experience on the top side now, they're gonna get a free tower. At this point, the Lord wave is more valuable than the Lord itself. You know, they're pushing the tower for free.
More than just for free, they pick up a kill as well, and it's Sanji who falls on the Akai pick in the mid lane. Now let's talk a little bit about that, right? It was a risky move by Echo to go for the Akai in mid and instead flex the Valentina over in the jungle. What do you think they have to do now with this composition?
I mean, at this point, it's really have to capitalize on more misplay or the sloppiness from Hawk. Because this is a Hawk's game to lose at this point. Thinking about 3,000 go to head. Here comes
Sanford getting the petrify down onto Man. Now still getting back to HP. Yaoi absolutely assassinates the mid laner, but Panda shuts him down. That's some more gold onto Panda that you do not want on him for Echo. Right now, with the loss of your roamer that can flank and give you vision, Team Hawk will be able to actually siege that base turret down. Panda jumps back to his BMI, and Team Hawk are just playing it disciplinedly.
From worst to bad to not so bad to just no base turrets left, the situation for Echo has to have some rubber band, and I just can't put my finger on it. You were asking about if the mid Akai was a little too risky. If I remember correctly, that MPLI mid Akai on Drian was a snowball lineup. I don't see any snowball from Echo right here, right now, 14 minutes in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reverse snowball, actually. You know, with all the vision coming out from Hilda. Natala, even though he's finding, he's trying to do the best he can from Yaoi's perspective. But the team is just not able to follow up with damage because you have a Hilda on their entire team's face, absolutely unkillable. So it's, again, at this point, you can see the Team Hawk is being very disciplined, sinking the wave, actually not pushing the wave at all, just slowly but surely making sure the wave is pushed down to their side so Echo doesn't find any farm, maintain their goal lead, and wait for the next Lord. But here comes the punishment from Yaoi.
That's a lot of damage, my dude. And Yaoi just deleted Man. No one's going to be able to find him too right now. Wow.
That's the lover boy for you.
That's the lover boy.
And it's going to hit critical mass, exactly what this Natalia can do at this point in the game, approaching 15 minutes.
Absolutely. It's at this point, Echo's win condition is either Hawk's mistake or Yaoi finding the flank. And speaking of flank, here it comes again.
Uh-oh, man, popping a sprint, gonna be actually pinned down, but the damage isn't enough just yet.
Wait.
Gary leaving to collapse, Benny flickering forward, finding the kill, but using his resource. Now, it's an all-out fight from everywhere. Benny still in the bush, dealing a lot of damage. Gary gonna be melted down, but in the back line, look at Carl Teasy, who's gonna be taken down. Panda with the mid-nature, and the blazing duet outplays Sanford. Picking up a nice kill for Gary. Yaoi gets the minion, the creep, and that is a mistake you do not want to see because Team Hawk run wild on Echo. Sanji losing immortality. Lola and Gary dealing damage enough to pick up the unstoppable. The minion waves are still coming down. Can Team Hawk end?
It's just Benny. It's just Benny. It's about 10, 12 seconds before anyone else from Echo comes back. Could this be the beginning of a reverse sweep?
Benny once again trying to stun, but it is going to be Mon who deletes him off. Team Hawk, they were pushed to the edge, but they have come back. It's 2-1. Team Hawk have done it.
Yibombe, Team Hawk, back on the board. 2-1. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. One crucial mistake from one little auto attack can change the fate of the entire game, my guys. That was insane. How he camping, how he just jumping in the bush, and then it's one auto attack on the minute because it disappeared. You know, Claude disappeared. He can't auto attack anymore, and that lost the game for Echo.
I mean, say what you will about that very moment, right?
Yeah.
Which might as well could have turned it around for Echo, but the writing was on the wall. Echo was just holding on for dear life. But what?
Yes.
Imagine like the whole Lion King situation, right?
Oh, man.
With what was Simba's dad's name?
Mufasa.
Mufasa hanging on by his paw, right? He was holding on for like 2 or 3 fingers. That was worse for Echo. They